Chuggalos, welcome back to episode 338 of the Brew Crew podcast. As you can see, I'm doing this episode again solo, coming to you from the man cave adjacent to the church room bar. We've got a lot to cover, but I want to talk about first, because it's coming up early this year, is the deadline for the 2025 Advent calendar. To declare your intention to be a part of the Advent calendar, JT needs to know by September 15th. The reason we're doing it earlier this year is to make sure that we can give Gus and Better Matt and the Barrel House the opportunity to get some, people refer to them as whales, but we're looking to increase the diversity of the beers that are offered in the 24 Advent calendar beers. So I'm really excited. I will be reaching out to people because I know that this podcast doesn't have the reach yet that we want it to, but I'm excited. So we're moving the deadline a little bit to the left, hopefully to increase the quality, and because they've been bangers before, but we're just giving it more time, letting it breathe a little bit. There's some people in the drinking realm that like to let their things breathe a little bit, more wine drinkers and whatnot. All right. Speaking of reach, we're at 164 subscribers. I'm going to put this out in the ether. I want to reach 200 by the end of the year. I know that's a lofty goal. JT and I have tried various methods for increasing that number. I think it's doable. I hope we get there. Last year during the Advent calendar, I think we averaged like 1.2 new subscribers during the Advent calendar, and that's just a barrage of videos, averaging 4 to 5 videos a day. So that's pretty awesome. I just wanted to throw both those out there as goals and then deadlines, and we'll keep bringing up the Advent calendar every week as we go forward. Got a couple of big things between now and the Advent calendar, but either way, I'm super excited. Today's beer offerings come to me courtesy of my cellar. So I've drank all the Wisconsin beers that I brought back. I didn't bring back too many of them. So I was like, I've got the cellar. I need to start getting through the cellar because I'm just out of room. First world problems. So number one, this is going to be potentially, I just got a message. This is going to be potentially a miss of a beer. This is going to be, and I'll go into that. This is going to be a 2015 Crooked Stave Surette Reserva Prunus Persica. It's a golden sour ale aged in oak barrels with peaches. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Let's dissect it a little bit. First of all, it's a 2015 beer. So we're going to go to their website. I don't think that they make this anymore. It's a Reserva, so that tells me, in my lay terms, that I'm supposed to age it. I don't know if 10 years is the optimal condition. And this is a 7% ABV. So aged in oak barrels, golden sour ale, all positives. The fact that it's peaches, though. So let's see if the peaches are going to be the hero or the savior, or if it's going to be the villain of our story. Using let's see if I got it right, my Wisconsin opener, my metal Wisconsin opener that I keep right on the edge of the desk here. Both these beers today are going to be bottled beers from the cellar. It's a thicker bottle. It's got the bulb there. Okay, let's go. It smells like a sour, 100% a sour. Golden sour ale, so a little bit different. There is nothing wrong with that. No peaches. So that's a blessing, though, because more times than not, like Festina Peach from Dogfish Head is probably my favorite peaches beer. I can't find it too much anymore, but that is tasty, but just the sour. It tastes like a base sour beer. I'm not getting much of the fruit. I mean, it just where I am in my day, just got off the bike, so I'm just super thirsty. This is a sour after a exercise, bike ride, run, whatever. It's fantastic. I'm all for it. It's probably one of my favorite styles to have after a workout. Let's check out their website as I ruminate on this. So we're going to go to crookedstave.com. All right. kill the webcam in the background. So I clicked on, this is the splash page it takes you to. So established in 2010, they're out of Denver, Colorado. This is the first Crooked Stave that we've had on the podcast. And I just clicked on, so we'll go to their home. We'll give them the first, and that's what I wanted to. More of these videos. I like seeing the videos, and this is the production process. Again, I get excited when I see this, and it's the same for everyone, right? You know, all the breweries, they, you know, there's different hookups, you know, assortment. Look at that, a canning line. That's awesome. See, that's how, you know, did you know that's how they filled it up, and then they seal it with a topper? Look at that. Okay, let's do About Us, our story, and we'll just scroll on this. Art on the inside, art on the outside. And so the founder and brewmaster, so separate people with this brewery, who wrote his master's thesis on Brettanomyces yeast. And again, so very sour inspired there. So they started as a sour, wanting to spread his wealth of knowledge. See, Crooked Stave, kind of like Crooked Handle. Stave is the product of Brettanomyces guru open source master's research. Progressive brewing approaches blends of science through art, creativity, and passion. Resulted creations, most of which use the yeast. Extraordinarily complexity. I don't get that from this beer. It's not. Our name is commitment to how closely we work with each barrel. Awesome. Check out their beer. So I was expecting more, and I didn't look at this. As you're seeing this live reaction, I expected more like sour-based. Nightmare on Brett. Okay, so there you go. Spontaneous golden sour ale. So we're having a golden sour ale. So there's their sours, but obviously you have to appeal to the masses. Lagers are always going to sell well. Pilses, Whippas, Juicy West, Juicy East. Awesome. I want to get my reaction. Do that more. Discern. Go East-West. Like, that is apparent what those beers are. Like, that's awesome on you, Crooked Stave. I appreciate that. Love that. Road Tripper, great name. And seasonal. Look at that. They're seasonal blends. So these must always be available. Their core series, I love that. Having East-West. God, it's organized so well. And Denver, Colorado. I would go to this place just based on this. It's just about the beer. Hell yeah. Black screens don't do well on podcast. All right. I crave this. There's a complexity in the sour. Again, I'm not getting the peach. Maybe the peach is done. This is where, as somebody that's, again, ongoing in my craft beer journey, I wish that it had, like, the optimal aging. It says, serve 46 to 54, and again, to prove that it's let that clear up, September 2015. So almost 10 years to the month. I love this. Just a price point on this. I think I bought this from a beer trader. I can't remember where I bought this. I should put maybe in my seller list where I bought it. But the price point, it wasn't too forgiving. It was $15 price point. Grocery. Oh, Off the Top Rope. I like it in spite of what it isn't. If that makes sense. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Thanks, Chuggalos Stave, for calling me out on the last episode, because I thought I had it with Werther's original. No, it's Pepperidge Farm. So thank you, Stave. I appreciate your patronage and always being willing to throw out corrections. Okay, back to in spite of what it isn't. I'm glad that the peach isn't as present as what the name would suggest. Maybe it's gone or whatever, be in 10 years. I don't know if it's past its prime. It's delicious for what it is currently right now, and that's just a baseline sour that you could add other things to. I like that. So I'm vacillating wildly between scores. Do I engage it for what's offered, or because I go back and forth. I wish I could be more consistent and write down like these are the hard and fast laws, but that's just not what we are on the BCP. Off the Top Rope, I'm going to give this a 4. I wonder if this line is still available. If this is something they retired, I would put this. I should. You know what? I should check it. I got time. I'm master of my own domain. I'm gonna check on Untapped, like how Chuggalo Mikey does. I was talking to Chuggalo Mikey today. I asked if he had these. If he had these beers. When's the most recent one checked in? Let's come on this journey with me. Let's see when the last one they checked in. No, that's a Saison. But it's the same Surette Reserva. I wonder if I have to look up. Surette Reserva. Prunus. Let's check if it's... I wish that expanded Prunus Persica. All right. Let's see. It's a 6.2. It says 7 on the bottle, but it is a 2015. Somebody had one this year. If you notice, these are all foreigners. Wow, so it's made its way, 2015. Okay, so the last time somebody had this in the United States was essentially a year and a half ago. That is awesome. So they don't make it. This was a one-year one-off. Each limited release is an expression of our terrier, from which our fruit is sourced, the skilled stewardship of the farms we work with in a rustic beer. I do get the rustic. That I'm excited to check into this one. This one is meant to be drank later because the brewery was releasing it from the brewery just last year. Off the top rope, I'm still at a 4. I like this research. I need to have that up. I'm sorry about the delay there. I'm going to save a little bit for after my next beer, which I'm really excited about. But I have a question for everyone. My question is, and I got into this debate at work, which is always good to have a little bit of debate at work, is when is the last time, if you identify yourself as a craft beer drinker or just a beer drinker, I'm looking for responses on this. When's the last time you had 4 of the same beer in a row? My coworker was like, he just had Chuggalo Pete. Pete participates in the Advent calendar, so I can name him. He had 4 Busch Lights, lime, apple, peach, or whatever, but he had 4 Busch Light limes in a row, and I was thinking about that. I can't remember the last time, even with domestics intermingled, that I had 4 of the exact same beer in a row. Because, if I go to my fridge, I'm picking between an assortment of beer. Or if I go to a bar, last week I was at Kelly's Big Bend in Wisconsin, and even there, Busch Light, PBR, I mix it up. I can't remember for the life of me the last time I had 4 of the same beer in a row. Even if I have a 5, if I'm at the Barrel House or if I'm at another bar, King's Table, I mix it up. And it's not because I'm achievement hunting. I know there's other people out there on Untapped that achievement hunt. It's just, I vary it wildly. Like last night I had a 120 minute. I can't drink 4 of those in a row. Geez, could you imagine? Maybe if we get to 200, maybe I'll have as many as I can stand on the podcast. Maybe, if we get to 200 by the end of the year. I think I'm going to be safe on that one. 4 would be tough. I still want to do a vertical, but that's going to be a special episode. I'm going to have to talk with people about doing a vertical year to year and then doing a blind, rating them year to year. I think that's what we need to do. We need to spitball that one. But when's the last time? Put that down below because I'm awfully curious. There's going to be a lot of Miller Lite drinkers from up north. I know, but even my groups of friends, their go-to domestic. There's people. I think my wife's go-to domestic is a Coors Light. I think that's the jig on that one. All right, my favorite pint, the Brewers. God, just playing electric baseball right now. I know We're only 1 game behind in the division right now. Just scrappy. I mean, they came back from 3 down in the 9th yesterday against the Nationals. All right. Beer number 2. This was put into my fridge. The second to last beer that was put in my fridge by visitors. This is a Dragon's Milk Reserve 2020, so COVID year, bourbon barrel aged stout with vanilla and chai spices. This is an 11% stout. And I'm going to just, I'm going to let this crack. I did the stout second to let it warm up a little bit. I'll take it out of the koozie. I'll let it warm up. I'm going to look it up on the Untapped. We've got the website to do. Eventually, I will get better at this. I'm stealing Mikey's gimmick though. It makes me feel Dragons. I'm rewatching Reserve 2020. You got to do it by the inset. Okay, so I've got it. Most recent one. Ooh, somebody had it just in May. All right. So, I'm going to go with the first. I get everything. I get the vanilla. I get the chai. I get the 11%. I get a bite, between the sour, a textbook sour basis to this. It's a big gap. While I sip on this one, let's go check out some New Holland. Join our loyalty program. I like that. I'm just going to refresh it. Of course, are you over 21? Oh, we didn't get a video. But what was that? A $12 lunch menu at the Battle Creek Brew Pub. So they're from Michigan, which is great, just to the north of us. From Holland, Michigan. Our beer, 1997 they started, so they're one of the OGs of the craft beer. And again, Michigan does craft beer right. Michigan, for the most part, is better than Ohio in a lot of ways. I know that's going to create a lot of tension, but that's all right. I like taking a bold approach. And then Dragon's Milk beer. Let's go to Dragon's Milk because that's what we're drinking today. Dragon's Milk, one of their most sought after, and then they have their reserves, which we're drinking today. S'mores. These are their offerings for today, or this year, 2025. They've got a s'mores, which seems to be very popular. Oatmeal cookie, not as popular, and triple mash, which is good. 18% February 2025. I love, again, taste of, and then their year-round. What's the one that everyone always thinks of? They don't have it on there. Interesting. Peach Space Machine. Dragon's Milk is what I always think of. Oh, and they've got a calendar. Again, all of these gimmicks. I love this. More calendars, please. Thank you. And visit us. Spirits. They do spirits too. Shop. All right. Love it. Why do I have to answer 21 all the time? Awesome. Okay, let's check out the Untapped while we're here. So, interesting. I've never seen it that way. So it's the same. No longer being produced by the brewery. The final reserve of 2020 was aged for 3 months in select bourbon barrels, deep roasted notes of premium malts combined with sweet tones of vanilla and delicious chai spices to create an experience made to be savored. Ooh, sorry, Stacy. All right. And 2025. So people are having this in April. April all around, March. So not a summer beer to people. Not shocking in the least. Average score 4.03. I try not to be influenced by others, but we're always influenced, be it subconsciously or not. It's a good beer. Things I wish, amp up the vanilla a little bit, tone down the chai. I like chai tea. We've got a couple of great Indian restaurants in direct proximity to the Church Room Bar. You can Google those, and they're quite good, but their chai tea that they offer is fantastic. Sitting on this one, I don't know if it did anything to it. I don't know if it mellowed it out a little bit because the spices pop up immediately. It's very smooth, and then that spice is what, keeps rotating in the back of my palate. It's an interesting drink. Now I'm going to go 2 fists back and forth. Man, I like that better than this. But it's tough. How do you score it? But that's why I'm here, is to make the tough decisions. Off the top rope, the Dragon's Milk. I got to write this down so I can document it afterwards. Off the top rope, I'm going to give that Dragon's Milk 2020 11%. I'm going to give that a 3.75. Look at me, I almost vacillated off my scores. Forgot I didn't give you the URLs for those. crookedstave.com and New Holland Brew.com. Both websites good. Crooked Stave wins the battle. I love those videos. I love the drone fly through from Blackstack. It's still going to be my website of the year thus far. There's no comparison right now. That's just that single shot, just going back and forth. But what a journey on both of these beers today. Aged beers, combined age, 15 years. I don't know if I've got beers in the cellar that are singly that old, but combined, we're at 15. So that's a pretty good crack at this. But that is going to be it for episode 338 of the BCP. Just remember, closing thoughts. If you're going to participate in the Advent calendar, just let me know. Your word is your bond, and I'll take care of the rest. If you're planning, I think we're still going to do the first Friday. It's November 7th at the Barrel House. We'll open that place up at 11 o'clock. We're going to offer food because that just keeps us there, keeps us level, sustained a little bit. We're going to take care. Gimmick Gus this year, Better Matt and Maya are going to be the individuals helping us out with this year's calendar. So that's going to be fantastic. We're going to have 3 wonderful humans, amazing humans that are going to be able to answer all of the questions. We'll pick some stuff off the shelf while we're there. We'll have a good time. We'll figure out the food. We'll figure out the hijinks, chicanery, and shenanigans that are going to come from it. But yeah, that's it for 338. Have a wonderful Sunday. Stay cool. And take care of your loved ones. Cheers.